So right now with Duke, he's 2 years old, so we bought one of these electric scooters and I put his little Paw Patrol helmet on him. And then we go to, at Dana Park. What's our favorite place at Dana Park?
What?
Pita Jungle. We love to eat at Pita Jungle, and then we go and we throw coins in the fountain. And so, we have like such a great town, and I think that's the key, is keeping it safe so that we can do things like enjoy our neighborhood and ride around on scooters with our kids. I'm passionate about Mesa because I bought my first house here when I was 20 years old. I met my wife here, we got married here, we had our first son here. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, and I want to make sure that Mesa is a future that my son can enjoy, a place that our family can enjoy, that we can keep Mesa the great city that it is. So my vision for what our future looks like, I think that we need to focus on the canal system. If you've noticed, we've built out the canal system in the last 4 years, and I've been pushing to keep driving that method of transportation. I think that a fully connected city with our canals, where families can go out and go run and jog and walk with their kids, I think that's the vision that I have for Mesa. A shaded canal system that we use as a connected community. So that'll be one of my big pushes if I'm reelected in the next 4 years. I think the biggest thing is making sure that we have a robust economy, right? And I think that means attracting high quality and paying jobs. In the last 4 years, we attracted Google out to the east side of Mesa, so we're having a Google data center come. My background is tech, right? So I've owned a tech business for the last 20 years. I own another business down in Tucson. And I think that the key is working with different businesses to say, how can we attract the highest paying jobs to our community? Whether that's going to something as simple as Glassdoor and finding the organizations that pay and treat their employees the best, and what can we do to recruit those companies to Mesa and make a thriving economy? Yeah, so I would say my passion is small businesses. And the reason why I like small businesses is because I think that they're the biggest employer of jobs in our country. And not only that, small businesses have that unique quality of a job, right? It's not just like going and working for a big box retailer somewhere where you're just a number to your employer, but they actually care about their employees. So I would say my biggest accomplishment was bringing Cahoots, which is a small business collaboration company, to downtown Mesa. That was the first thing that I did when I got elected in 2016, was I said, well, what can we do to attract more small businesses to the city of Mesa? And there was 2 organizations that I met with. One of them was Yes PHX, which is one of the largest startups, and Cahoots, right? Everybody said, you've got to meet this Cahoots company. They have a small business workspace that's just simply amazing. And if you can attract that to your community, then you'll attract entrepreneurship, small businesses, and it will create a thriving economy. That's one of the major pushes that I made in the first 4 years that I was in office. Yeah, so one of the things that we did at the city was the federal government gave us $90 million. So what we did was we started a program that paid for utilities, rent, mortgage for small businesses. The program was meant to stimulate the small businesses that would be out of business for 3 months. So it was basically a way to pay for those fixed costs of those businesses, so they didn't have to shut down right away. I'll continue to make a push for those things so that we can help small businesses that are definitely suffering. You can't fill that economic void if all of the small businesses go down. It's not going to be fun for our economy if that's the case. So we have to do everything we can to support small businesses, and I'll continue to do that. One of the things that I do is I send out postcards every single year to the residents in my district, and I say, I fill out this survey, I want to hear from you. You probably would have received the card, I'm guessing, a couple of months ago. You should get them every year around the same time. And I think that feedback is important because you really need to know what your constituents want and what they need in your community. And to give another example, when I first ran for city council in 2016, there's a good chance that, if you're watching this, I came around and I knocked on your door and I said, what is it that you want to see in Mesa? Or what is it that you think the city is lacking that you think we could be doing differently? And I think that grassroots is so important, that you actually go out there and you talk to people and you get their feedback. And that's what I try to represent, is the feedback that I hear collectively from everybody in the community. The other thing that I try to do on some of my social media is post videos about some of the council meetings, right? I know it's like watching C-SPAN when you were a kid and your grandpa was sitting there in the living room and you probably were bored to death and you couldn't pay attention on some of these videos. But I think some of these things are critically important to the city. And so, I post those videos. I do a lot of surveys on my social media and get feedback from individuals, right? Because you really need to know how the individuals in your community feel so that you can make sure that you're actually representing them.